independent because you can't say or mind be independent there are several aspects you need to look at socially, economically, politically. These are few way just look around economically, we are just sinking. Economy is in turmoil. As I see about now the average and the ordinary Ghanaian on the street who be say independence better no more, are they self-sufficient economically? Among for a self-sufficient employment in as for Yuma or mine and Casano, Quamben, let me first position you create and maximize the opportunity for others. I put the nation on a particular pedestal. Young man be sorry frap or sorry banner or bar. You can dream, I want to become a pilot. And you see, said there is a clear-cut path where you can become a pilot. America first started this particular American dream, They just wanted to create an environment that will incentivize everybody to become whoever that you want to become. So that's why America, I say, your friends saying, land of opportunities, the American dream, live it. Say, nyom and a windim toa. All the necessary when they are available, you just sell. But such avenues, such platforms are not there. Unfortunately, celebrate here. There is nothing that is worthy of celebration. Itself, what you see is poverty, you see misery, you see on the political side corruption. A few individuals be a group in the name of politics just robbing the country with impunity. At the end of the day, so independent as a country, there, I'm not sure we are independent. We appear more enslaved even than those days. Because I will say, on my way, Yesika, the teacher of mine, ya bossiabo. On my yeti gold so, on my yeti diamond so, on my your friends say, Niamania made the chair, Nipa BS, the teacher of mine be you will be. Oil crashing about and I developed 3 oil fields at Eochroma say. But time best yet me attended this particular thing, yet the ankasa, yet the wire. Such things are not there. Opportunities in a few individuals we are more when you could politics in how don't you could I don't they name of a but the majority of people out there, incentive no opportunities by and I have an independence and that's how that's already no power. You the opposite obedi. You are not restricted. One kasa okondo aduane you have enough where betimi aye. The opposite way like you should not have restriction. And I just say economically we are independent and so forth. There are a lot of people who have been forced out of this particular country in Europe and other places. There be a meka young crowd notice will be to kwan kwa brochira wadwene say nipa there nitia ye but sign ya ni je na dey to kwan. Because of the economic situation, and a lot of people have been forced out of the country. Now, why not the ninjas over Dashara no panel the papa but because of the situation, people are forced to travel out. Or cause some of their life among for living outside. The room or Dashara no after a month crana, then you nipa the seni. That's all Juma, Ufre Juma by an obesha with them. What you can do is to go on social media. So that is a life a lot of people have been forced into living abroad. Senka economic situation better. I'm very sure Senka a lot of people, even though I'm for too kind here, been for adventure, some for whatever purpose, businesses and stuff. But I think that there are vast majority of people who are living outside this particular country. Senka nema ekene around. Emma vision and kromanya dem ho say on my way no nka yanto to na mfidi djuma ne na sefonom yentimi nya ni ye sebeya Ghana ni soro obenya adwuma ye. The vision that the Nkrumah had at some point in time, because of this politics, we crashed, decimated, and then consign it somewhere tuogu and ya nkasa ye ba the nipa no free said the ebe kwa manaba ndiama atoto yi amano. That is what they pursue, narrow political interest. At the end of the day a repeat dividend for that person in the political class, and as a few persons be more aligned to Kroma Uptiabontiam for talent. I know the one opportunity waiting a year Juma, but look at the kind of quite faswa yet the Juma de Shaman Fonsa. I dear friend meritorious criteria and who's a merit a particular choir, the Juma Shawansa, because you have the requisite qualification to do something. Sanya mano ya train as in change. And it's about about political way or loyalty, alliance, nipa with him no. And I yes so mo do mo ye adwuma nti nipa sa no fa na de no kwese adwuma ma Onim say or not because of qualify. He is there because onim papa we. Nti say wanya adwuma ye kura no the day he's protected. Ebasa or mine and I would kwesi baby. So independent, I think that is good to say yenya, but I think that remaining a mere symbolic gesture. We need to do a lot to enhance young Kasani empire, empower your now reliance, now you rely on foreign countries, your friends support, other way, no. We can't build an economy on somebody's expense and tell yourself, say, you are independent. Abasa, you are just deceiving yourself.
Okay, now, you share team for the celebration, no?
Okay.
Working together and bouncing back better. Team neighbor out no question will be able to say over the years now have we not been working together as a country?
I think so we see about your political landscape now your teams is here. You see an extreme your friend is saying a partisan polarized environment and I say politics na no you divide your home. At the end of the day, no, you throw your home into groups. Either say we are MPP, and say we are MPP, or and say we are NDC. So the impression is say obi or power. At the end of the day, no, the wish of the other side need to ensure say they fail so that they come. And at the end of the day, no, say by independent, together, work together as a country to project an interest. Or mind gun. At the end of the day, no, a bit me no, and no, it's not the focus. It is about a political alliance in a loyalty in as for a war and a focus war. So working together as a country, I think is something that because of the nature of politics na set aside as you know. Inti ene ade a friend loyalty, ade a friend patriotism, nationalism, service, your friend a sense of duty and sense of your friend saying service to Ghana as a country. Such things are missing. Nema nyina agye towards say few persons be no or no ankasa interest be prevail over the others and ade fed nationalism that sense of patriotism no I mix it from Ghana ni bia dodo na enhwe Ghana. They rather look at their political alliance anyway no enti o mind consistently no o mind no ye be chichira bo ye de o mind see ye no and no obi focus. It is about our party, it is about party, it is about party. So I think that the call to work together no and not come to the fact that people have now realized that over the years you know young kasa ya certain politics to polarize ya create a polarized political partisan political environment they divide your ho a ebi working no ebi workitia no ebi so working no ebi workitia no but at the end of the day say your ultimate aim is say build the Ghana as a country. It doesn't matter there be a political parties they are mere vehicles to capture power. So when you sit in the vehicle, your destination is Ghana. Not you could develop it. So at the end of the day, we are Ghana in a vehicle, not some the political party more than the destination you are going, which is the Ghana now. That at the end of the day, it means that one because I never know where the crowd is here. The major focus, the objective, everything should be Ghana. Ghana is the ultimate priority. Political parties are vehicles that you use to capture political power. So I know the day no say focus is on Ghana. I think that sense of nationalism, patriotism, no. Eba nipamu na eba nipamu we will work towards a greater good at the end of the day. No betimi maximize obia na the year hwehwe no yensabeka as a country. But until say we will get there no. I think that we will continue to do this. Countries are like US and other places, yes, they still complain about polarized political environment and so forth. But they have structured the political environment in such a way that in the US, for instance, so we are president now, but some machinery now run American government na nkasa the economy and so forth. You may not have enough influence to just shift the spine of that particular thing. At the end of the day, what you can do much foreign policy. It is American presidents what follow quite recently. Major way of making advances foreign policy.
Don't touch the
main engines now running the economy of the country. You can't touch much. What the obeti create jobs. That is what you're supposed to do. Now say ube slamming on the brakes. I am the machinery of government running in there. Nobody will allow you.
What are some of these breaks that you believe say our leaders here, try to temper with?
Some of the breaks, are such that sometimes you go to a particular corporation firm, you realize that this person will what it takes, or Juma. Very often, they will just throw you away. So at the end of the day, nipa no nimdi or na sefo na sefo nyina because of say ye pesi or because of say or aligned to other political parties, nimdi or nyina no suddenly so we just boot the person out. But Samra Donald Trump also or appointee nipa bi no mo ye friend say diplomat or representing US in other countries. Ambassadors na sefo we by Biden by some are still working. Because when you realize that nipa no represent your friend say are potential to realize your vision.
Their competency is superior.
Exactly, because when you're government, your main focus is what you of mind. And so what you of mind, you need to enlist competence. You need to enlist the finest of brain and human potentials that are available. Politics, won't mean create a pool of people. Obia ekameho, obia madamfo. We don't need friends to work to realize whatever that you want to, but rather you enlist the best of brains, the finest persons available, competence and other stuff. What we know, say nipa no krano, if or no, we himself on some on new affair. That's a woman that particular opportunity. We will put pressure on that particular person. Because you are not part of us, but because of your competence in the amount, then all eyes will be on you to do the right thing. Because once you mess up, but we have done it in such a way that is not the case. You have appointments now, reward people for political offense, loyalty, constituency way, assume it's in a or finance. So when you hand state you have such crucial positions to such an individual as in their hearts, it's a position a fight for. Yeah, so they don't own that sense of duty. So by
example, we call NADMO office, regional offices now.
Exactly.
We said the regional directors, only a party
executives. So such a person in the motivation is a party now. So that particular sense of duty is not there. They can just mess up, take certain decisions, and those decisions will not inure into the benefit of the greater Ghanaians out there, but rather geared toward safeguarding a particular partisan political interest. At the end of the day, the whole idea is and making sure that the next elections we will win power.
Premising on what you are saying,
okay.
You say we should have a national development agenda. I know but I won't say this is the agenda that we are using.
Yes, I think we need, but you see, you can have the national agenda, but with that commitment, it will be useless. Because I think, say, in the past, many people are proposed to be, and quite recently, there was a fresh one. I think, say, the documents are available and so forth. What you need is political commitment. You can sit and propose a lot of anything at all, but it's a political commitment to be even with the Marakra President and say on go by that particular way now. You can't do anything, you understand? So what we need is that level of political commitment. We are really working toward a particular goal as a country. Samran Nkrumah Bayen, he had a vision. The vision is transforming Ghana into an industrial hub of West Africa and Africa. A time will come. Majority of the Neman ya and can produce So with that particular vision in mind, he started putting our factories across the country. So it means that he had a particular focus. In realizing that particular focus, and it's a certain factory building roads, connecting your friends inner city way by railway in a phone, yes, I need money vision or realize it. But unfortunately, when his government was toppled, the whole dream also was truncated, and at the end of the day, you pursue a series of military takeover na obiaba on the agenda, and very often TV man for say Nkrumah way. There is nothing at this particular time, even the Nkrumah way we can go. Nkrumah appeared at a particular point in time. with the resources available, the political environment then, you know, utimi near ma as or utimu say nenina your bony ding. So what we can do right now, no say, is not going the Nkrumah way, but rather draw inspiration from Nkrumah. Say, oh, any time now. Even the political environment then, more hostile than a neo. Sabra na Nkrumah or no. Because that were the time when I'm fought to bomb. Yeah, the bomb with Misha Flower. It says Nkrumah crying if at some point in time I quite attack, you know. NLM ne CPP Kumasi ya wobisi kan kuno. Now the political environment was so tough to the extent say na eswechan e de yete ho ene ya hu this MPP NDC we say we kasa keke na yeka. But those days there were attacks, killings and other stuff. But in that hostile environment, you know, Nkrumah was able to do things that he did. It means that at this particular time nema asasa kakra ni yesi ni nimdiabai. Say you're transit consciously put in your mind, say we want to set up a particular vision, say this is the way we want to go. I think that we will achieve a lot because you see, so we your mind, not so we need a particular focus. Now we are watching so team sa we need that because let me tell you about Germany. Your friend is saying why you can't Germany then about him. It's about industrialization. Factories, companies, or every baby it was a vision obinya after the Second World War now involved in the war no the catch was Germany breaking it got disintegrated into a fragment shared among America, France and then UK and then Soviets and also Russia for the eastern part. Some Romosha says some build on mine US President Truman. Who said no, we need to build Europe. So he came out with a package, the Truman Doctrine. Within that, now package, Marshall was a planner or the bar UK's over builder. Then they realized, oh, how said the war, na see a cost to Germany, land na sena dibiana, then Yanko, your friend said the industrial way. So they decided investing in building companies and then as a form. And Germany economy drive towards that particular agenda. Look at the cars in Germany. Most of the machines na se form in Germany, transforming the country into an industrial hub. And Germany, you'll be expecting, and that is what is powering their economy, giving the particular driver, and open one of the success destination in the world that would mean countries or be saying Germany are free. So yes, so mine your vision is saying your focus in saying yes, upcoming commerce, your science and technology. The last time I was telling you so called humanities at Jaffa. And that particular school has certain impact bang any yet me I will say. In terms of technology, now that the world is advancing towards that particular line, don't you think that it's time for us to invest massively in that particular school? Now you're linking it to something that is right here with us. It's a private mine or your car and so forth. So can't we find a way to link that particular school to Kantanka and where you bet me automobile industry, no? Yet me and because one of the African countries I've forgotten. One of the African countries in here, Masasa or Mankasa, buses, or Mankasa for user on Beshasi and Tibiano.
But someone answered, are leaders not known of all this?
And I make us say, who's a politician? I near politician, ye need vision. Vision, I warning you now, and where the political party's interest ends. That is it. No foresight, a switch beyond that particular partisan foresight. So, meba everything that I'm doing, I gear towards the next elections, no matter but building a country for the future generation, building a country, I bet me put to the nation on a particular trajectory in the next 50 years. No, I'm for being young, baby. I know that particular thing is not there. For instance, Ohe Samra or set it up. Yeah, I akoso dam no. Power na yenya no na Ghana de yesu na kakra bi so people were insulting him say na kwa we dey ampa na ha no Ghana light so say na yesu a wakọ build akoso ma yenya over 930 mega ye fan say megawatt then e wa chire dey na ye dey ye but that particular way ya babe after 50 years and that particular thing enso yen so he had a long term vision eno na ye dey chire oman. But you have no vision. Say, none wonder yet ha yet free SHS by the president say on Kranon Co school no pass it to shame his critics. What I say, that is the main focus of I'm sort of pass it. Now critics. So that particular policy, the whole motivation behind it is say, yeah, man cannot pass it. Now you shame me a critics. Immediate gratification. Yeah, now you want to pay. Now man for say you achieve political capital out of it. But the long term, I who say no, free SHS, the base will expand. There is the need for us to build tertiary education somewhere. Sabi you move your school now.
Expand the existing ones.
Existing ones. Now move your school tertiary no on back to us. That particular vision is not there because adwena ya de ya de no asiniti asese yi. Enti no ehun is about what we can the political capital you can harvest from this particular idea just today. In the future we don't care. Enti no where kwan ya fa so ya implemented this particular thing. Just look at how it has turned out to be. Problems and problems or china because any public tenancy engage critical stakeholders, persons that are involved. So, okay, they're the free SHS bowl, even though you are promised there, but let us do a broader consultation. So you plan that in the next 10 years, what are the ways a bit to me acquire? Then people will bring in say, base in the accommodation in for in the next 10 years, tertiary for available school. Then there is a need to review our curriculum. Link whatever being taught at the classroom to the job market. School easily they can slip into the job market and find something to do. But no one say you produce among for free teachers just to harvest the political capital. Beyond that, nothing. And Kraben and Nam school more be or Buffyard near Now, teacher now work KN University. One of them was complaining lecturer. Sam Cranom work grade 6 from Uyomo Diabano. What the common percentage is more to me and so school vision and your long term and your short term.
Just score political
yes,
points.
then a press conference. Your pencil, your friend is saying, and Cranom Cultural Secondary School, no 80% anya A when compared to NDC time at Ebia 60% in the year into the political capital. Always harvesting political capital by Crano future no and a debauch scale. But nipa na ye come say nipa desenio with the future. The job of a government is to ensure say you betimi a project or more put you on a particular pedestal or when we say there is a particular future, but that is not what we are doing here.
Okay, now let's fast forward to your independence celebration. President Kasai na on my say national prosperity no, it doesn't take one day. It takes time. So we need to be patient as Ghanaians and then give him more time to solve the situation. But then the question a lot of people are asking say, on only campaign promises or in 2015 prior to the 2016 election, or my who say the resources are there, but we're having bad management.
Managers, I think it's unfortunate our president is turning out to be a walking textbook of political contradictions. Like in Seminole Bekano, he tends to do the other side. Because don't forget, the motivation, so appointing Nipa 122, 20 and over as ministers, and they say, so he's in a hurry. So he needed a lot of people to come on board. Sabi everything one 10 time in a hurry. Yes, fast. So fast forward after 5 years, if you come back to tell us, and then we realize it's a prosperity, you're achieving in a single day, then that is the contradiction there. What I say. And again, yes, a president because prosperity achieving it there. It's true. Around the world, very often that is a political rhetoric. Often you hear from leaders just to say or more citizens and be patient with them to come with whatever that they want to do. But for you to make that particular statement, you need to just prove to the people say in the long term you have a vision. Sit here and tell me about the vision in the next 10 years. Say Ghana nika say oh nya abotera okay yenya abotera man na Akufo-Addo. So in the next 10 years that he is laying a solid foundation will repeat dividend in the next 10 years. The dividend we are going to reap. Dividend you are going to reap in the next 10 years. A car debt and a could repeat in the next 10 years. Putting the nation on a trajectory. If we are not careful, we cannot recover. Because the nation is swimming and sinking in a pool of debt. Debt in the neck. Or any Ghana from Kwaneka. Even foreigners who are ordinarily though engaged in some of these local politics have now come up because they are so much angry to the extent say the state economy ni wom. Now the language Ghanaian government officials are saying na who say throw no modi. And the IMF country director very often they don't get engaged in all this. Sure. They are saying that the government is lying. They should be candid enough and tell Ghanaians the real state of affairs. What Bank of Ghana similar statement. Who said babia or minor tise no enya de kitwa because Fitch a downgrade here. Don't forget say now we had another downgrade from Moody's. And now no paya me no kase. Bank akesia 3 Ghana has say ya downgraded this bank another Fitch rating ya samba bontia. GCB e ka ho. And clearly, you begin to ask yourself, say, now 21 billion Ghana cedis, a good bank. And we were told that we've been able to position our banks in such a way that they are solvent, everything is working, they have this credibility. At the end of the day, investors' confidence is emboldened. And Fitch, I downgraded the major banks, Ghana, I downgraded them with negative outlook. So at the end of the day, Sadia na ya na na ya say ya ma banks na gina ye no outcome ye gloom ya paint a very gloomy picture about our banks. Do you think say investors do musika beba? So if we are patiently waiting for the outcome, this is a gloomy outcome Ghana for ya waking up to. So there is absolutely nothing to be patient about. So far as this whole governance and we can only wait patiently for the doomsday to come. Now we just perish because there will be nothing like Ghana for us to be talking about. That is what they are doing because it is coming to crash Ghana and destroy this particular country because so we had the economic fundamentals and then look at the city. Look at the city today and where we are. And I see one time. And when you look around, you don't see a single alternative. Baby, a professor said, this is the way we need to go to ensure that we salvage the situation. We yet me put certain energy into the economy. Bet me I robust. Bet me I so resourceful. Say about boost to investor confidence and so forth. Government the now banking everything on e-levy. Say e-levy now has become everything in this particular country. It shows that people who are managing are bereft of ideas. They are bereft of alternative that will help us turn the situation around. So if you're going to have patience for the Akufo-Addo, he's not showing in a long term, short term and medium term any signs. He has what it takes to turn this particular country around. It is about heaping misery and then economic desperation on this particular country on a daily basis with the numerous reckless economic decisions that you're taking over. Bosiana Senka Bosiambo achievement. And as a Bosiambo is anything to the reti abaya. And I think that Nana Akufo-Addo abaya in the history of this particular country will be classified as the best government in terms of Bosnia. Now to when those Bosniano minim say your friend saying loans are the investment. I don't know then you pay for. First, you talk gas from your friends in Nigeria, but atuabu gas investment in and Ghana we are able to get gas, we are able to get Yankasa way. An
example of
long-term issues. I know the day, instead of saying we discard carbon, it stays. You understand? These are some of the things that you do. You do things to cut rice import. These are things that a limited capital flight. Sikano stay here and Sikano ha a economy ni mu yeduru. What I say? But now dollar, you said the dollar city here and nothing is being done. So I think Ghana for your patient amana in the last 4 to 5 years. And I think Nemana why now it's clear say there is nothing that he can do to turn this particular country around.
Oye answer as a message or say the best way we can develop the country is digitalization, and that is what